How are you guys doing? This is Ryan. Welcome back to the channel. In this week's video, I just want to continue the topic as to why does Bitcoin Cash continue to rip? Bitcoin Cash went over $700 US. Last week when I posted, it was over $600, and it just continues momentum. So I kind of want to summarize the events that's happening around Bitcoin Cash to help shed some better light to my understanding, not financial advice, as to why Bitcoin Cash keeps on ripping. It's climbed all the way down from like the 30th ranking up to the 13th ranking in top market cap, not including stablecoins. Excluding stablecoins, it's a top 10 project, and what's going on. So let's start first with Roger Ver's book, because that's just been such a hot topic on crypto Twitter, and I don't think it's the reason, but I think it's an important book in terms of people that are going to be entering this space. Important people will listen to Roger because of his credentials, because he was one of the earliest investors in this space in terms of Bitcoin related businesses or crypto related businesses. He is the owner of Bitcoin.com. He's a very sound understanding of Austrian economics, and so therefore, through his accomplishments, financially and in the marketplace, his opinion does matter. It does matter more than a lot of other people. So a lot of important people will read this book and are going to draw some different conclusions than what the market is pricing assets in right now, and then that kind of leads to the general consensus that the Lightning Network was supposed to be this payment solution for Bitcoin and somehow keep it decentralized. But what happened, there was a huge failure in Lightning. And this whole thesis of keeping blocks small is showing to be the incorrect way to create peer-to-peer electronic cash, the vision for Bitcoin, for its creation. And so that Lightning is unable to create a system of peer-to-peer electronic cash for casual payments, because what it has done, that you cannot use Lightning really without a custodian. So it's no longer peer-to-peer, and the general reason why is just, for one, getting on and off chain is very expensive, and then there's just all kinds of routing errors, liquidity issues. It just is not a practical payment solution, and it's going to get its ass kicked in the market. So people are just now left to using custodians right where we started before Bitcoin was even ever created. Now, and what's going on here is, everyone's like, well, what happened? You told us this wasn't going to happen. But the fact is that this is their ultimate goal. They wanted, institutions that were worried about Bitcoin displacing them, funded Blockstream to make sure that they stayed in business, and they broke Bitcoin's legs. Then they sold them the crutches to make Bitcoin try to work. So now we need these custodians, and they don't really care anymore. So when you actually look at the actual vision of Bitcoin, and you look at something like Bitcoin Cash that is performing extremely well, every day you have Bitcoiners out there telling you there's something wrong with Bitcoin Cash when you use it every day, and it works amazing. It's and their coin works like shit. And somehow we have to listen to these BTC guys say there's something wrong with Bitcoin Cash when we use it every day, and it's amazing. and the general understanding of the decentralization of running nodes, and they always go to the umpteenth degree. Bitcoin University was once we do Visa transactions, it's going to be so hard for people to run nodes. And it just doesn't, one, we're not there. We can easily handle the market demand and have a very cheap ability to run nodes for any, common person to do so. And in the long run, if it's, businesses, lots of businesses, thousands of businesses running the nodes, then it's still pretty decentralized, where it's not decentralized at all when you're using PayPal or Strike or any of these, silly third-party people watching and moving our money using fractional Bitcoin, which is what Lightning is. It's fractional Bitcoin. Bitcoin was such an amazing creation because it allowed everyone to move a precious asset around by themselves. Like gold is a precious asset, but it was hard to move around a lot of it by yourself all around the globe. So Bitcoin had that transferability that gold didn't have. That's why the marketplace, will, appreciate, value the asset higher. Good morning, how you doing? So the market is repricing this miscalculation in outcomes. Lightning was supposed to be the solution, and it's got it terribly, terribly wrong. So that's one of the biggest reasons why you're seeing a repricing. It doesn't make any sense for Bitcoin Cash to only be 1% of Bitcoin. It should at least, maybe if it's not, the market doesn't see the probable outcome of Bitcoin Cash beating Bitcoin yet, it definitely ain't a 1% chance. It's at least a 10, 20, 30% chance, which means Bitcoin Cash is severely undervalued. And if you really are super bullish, you would say it's definitely going to beat it. And the next thing I want to talk about now, I think there's going to be a real awakening happening towards cash tokens, because Bitcoin Cash is getting so much attention. And so Cash tokens was an upgrade last May where Bitcoin Cash is able to build DeFi on it. So even the convention that we're throwing in Slovenia next month, I hope to see a lot of you there. Our tickets are sold NFTs for these Jessica tickets that we made that you can have for the concert. How you doing? So you have like Solana, kicking ass in the market, taking lots of market share, but it's a broken chain. It doesn't work all the time. It's got all kinds of issues. When Bitcoin Cash, it's with Cash tokens, it's a layer 1 decentralized DeFi system, and it's like holy shit, once the market finds this out, why is Bitcoin Cash at 13 and Solana at I don't know, what's it at, 5 or 6 or something, with a $50 billion market cap or something? Bitcoin Cash is at $13 billion. So I think that's going to be some extra juice in the tank for Bitcoin Cash. There's going to be a lot of demand. Then how do we deal with the demand? So Bitcoin Cash is already ahead of the issue. So as blocks, which right now they're not close to being full, but we can take a large influx of demand because of the adjustable block size upgrade. So we don't have the same issue that Bitcoin had with having a static block size. We are up to 64 megs at the moment, so that's huge. And then, the halving did happen. So Bitcoin Cash halved. So essentially the block reward went down from 6.25 BCH every 10 minutes down to 3.125. So what this is going to do is it's going to make the selling pressure less daily on Bitcoin Cash, because these miners sell a lot of their coins to pay their bills. So that's something that's happened now. Maybe the market priced in already, maybe it didn't, but in the long term, that's a very bullish situation. And what's so fascinating is, there's potential Bitcoin Cash ETF. What's fascinating is that even as Bitcoin BTC does have inflows from the ETF, Bitcoin Cash is still outperforming it. While they have massive institutional buying going on, BCH is still outperforming it, and BCH is likely to get institutional investment as well, because it has stood the test of time. It's not seen as a security. It's from an investment class, it's always included with PayPal or any other kind of merchant services. Bitcoin Cash is always included with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Essentially, Ethereum may be having some kind of issues coming up. I think they did have a pre-mine, and which makes it a little bit shakier, and they also have a proof of stake model, which is different than the proof of work model. So anyways, I don't want to go too far, but these are the reasons why Bitcoin Cash is doing so well. And it's incredible, to see that it has a day come for the first time ever, Bitcoin Cash has outperformed Bitcoin on a 12-month time frame. And maximalists are scared. They're attacking every day. They are trying to discredit Roger's book, which is insane. It's read the book. It has lots of historical information into Bitcoin. and its importance. And not to make it about one person, but because of what he's done, his words carry weight in the minds of a lot of people in terms of, it just does. So anyways, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down in the description, subscribe to the channel for future content, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.